Use of terms like Jumlajeevi, Baal Buddhi, COVID spreader and Snoopgate, even commonly used words like ashamed, abused, betrayed, corrupt, drama, hypocrisy, incompetent. All of these words will now be considered unparliamentary in both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This is as per a new booklet by the Lok Sabha Secretariat. This coming ahead of the monsoon session that begins on July 18th. In fact, opposition has called it a move to stifle voices. Madhav joining us for more details here. Madhav, this is a whole host of regularly used words, and especially when it comes to opposition, using such words, it's extremely common, at least some of them. But now all of it will not be allowed in Parliament.
It is a global practice for a set of words to be codified as being unparliamentary, and very often because of the context in which these words are used, maybe not the words standing alone, but the context very often can actually, be deemed unparliamentary. And this is a practice across parliaments globally, is what the parliamentary booklet itself says in the preface if one goes through it. So, yes, there are certain words that, of course, the opposition is in fact venting its ire, saying that it is the government trying to gag them ahead of the upcoming monsoon session that begins on the 18th, that is, of course, the coming Monday. But nevertheless, of course, what sources in the Lok Sabha Secretariat are telling us is that this is not a new booklet. It's a booklet that was issued then last year, that is 2021. And of course, there is no reason for the opposition to be fuming in this manner or making charges that it has been done with a view to gag opposition ahead of the monsoon session. That's really the statement coming in at this point of time, or rather the unofficial word coming in from the Lok Sabha Secretariat. But be that as it may, certainly, of course, it has contributed majorly to a huge controversy between the government and the opposition, with once again, of course, the opposition coming out to say that even Parliament, where they voice the concerns of the common man, the voice of the opposition is not being allowed, and several terms which in fact are used in public discourse as far as the government is concerned are being disallowed. Of course, the government for its own part says that the Parliament is not the street. It has to have its own dignity, and as far as discourse is concerned, because remember, what is said in the floor of the House is even protected legally. No legal action can be taken against a person or any parliamentarian on what he says or she says on the floor of the House. And therefore, a certain code is required in terms of what kind of language is used by parliamentarians during the course of the debates or questions that are put forth to, in fact, the government from the opposition or vice versa. So that is why there is this code that is put in place. The opposition, of course, not losing the opportunity to target the government on this, saying that their voice is being crushed.
All right, Madhav, thank you so much for getting us all of those details.